Yo, welcome back to KOA Reckoning with Justin Newham. So, we've just exited the tutorial area. Sort of, there's still a couple more tutorials we'll be encountering just ahead here. So, technically, until you get to the first town, you're not really being cut loose. But, we get a little bit more exploration in here. These little ripples are water chests, effectively. Weird concept, but I'll take it. There'll be some rats in here that we can take out. With very low herbalism skill, we are... I should honestly just not even be bothering to... Oh dear! Poison rat. And shield up. Nope. If I'd have predicted that a second... I was better at the prediction. You can get a parry off if you shield right as their attack... Well, I mean, there's a window, but effectively right as their attack connects. But I would have to be pretty good at timing in order to, especially through the slight additional lag that the recording adds. Regen potion. Now that is one of the things that I tend to put on the radial, and I will in just a moment here as well, because with those, I don't tend to use them mid-battle, but they do tend to be a really good way of healing up post-battle, which, now that I'm looking at our current health, that's probably what I'll use. But there's only the one. We'll just go ahead and drink it. But eventually, we'll have several of those. So, right now, you see it's starting to regenerate our health, which is nice. Alright, let's go ahead and get the chest. I've got 22 lockpicks, so I ain't even afraid a little bit. Whoop, I heard it. So stop and move it a little bit right. Alright, we hit the same spot, so it's definitely to the right of center. So let's try continuing going right, considering it's very easy. So it's more likely I didn't go far enough. Yep, isn't that I overshot? Oh, sweet! We get a hammer! Alright, so we'll go ahead and have a hammer as our, I guess it really doesn't matter, but yeah, we'll go ahead and have that as our front weapon instead of our back weapon. Yeah, that makes sense, because then most any boss is going to be single target. For the most part, a lot of them do summon allies. So in those cases, we'll want to use AoE from the greatsword. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we made it pretty far. Let's try just to the right, because we're pretty close. Yep, looks like right was the right answer. Excellent. These very easy ones are, well, very easy. So it's still only a long sword, but it's certainly more appropriate to what we're using than the birch staff, so we'll go ahead and take it. I mean, we'll take it one way or the other, don't get me wrong. Alright, so... Oh, yeah. Nice big swings. So that's our regular combo, and let's show off that Minotaur charge you mentioned. Pommel. Oh, what? Oh, you must need to actually hit something for the thing to actually go through. Oh, well, that's fine. So yeah, there's a pommel, then 2 swings. Alright, here we are going to... Because I so frequently miss... I'm just very much not good at the timings on this one, even without the lag. So with it, oh boy, I'm not sure. So we're going to save, because if you fail to dispel, because you're not using up lockpicks, they exact a different penalty. Loads of potential horrifying magic stuff. So best to save and just reload rather than that. So it looks like with our 1 dispelling skill, that already gives us a 20% auto attempt chance. But it isn't easy, so let's go ahead and try the manual spell. I might be so those big ones last longer. Come on. So see, yep, that's what happened. Alright, so... Let's see, what all... So as long as it... Because it'll always explode with something. So... As long as it doesn't kill you outright, that can be sort of okay. The other issue is that, yep, looks like I didn't get any negative. It can frequently give you either a disease or a curse, and that stuff you just don't really want to be bothering with. But, given all it did was damage me a little, I'll take it. I could reload, I'll take it though. But that is explicitly why we want to try to get our dispelling up high enough that we can start, because the alternative would have been to, instead of even trying it, and given how much of an issue I was seeing there, we're just going to be going with auto-dispel from this point forward. Alright, so we got a shrine over here, which will actually give us a positive buff. Next to Mitharu, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was actually the... Yeah, that's the sign we're born under, too, so that's... So, it's different from this in that this is the star that we were born under, so this actually gives us max health and max mana. The shrine benefit is actually regen, so that's going to be true of all of the other ones. Pretty much anyone that you could have chosen to be a sign that you were born under, the buff you'd get from that is substantially stronger and substantially different from shield. Oh, good, never mind. Okay. Boom! Man, I love this hammer.
You! I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here?
You were yelling help.
No, I had no idea anything like that would happen.
Oh yeah, you sound real trustworthy.
Soul's is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
Yeah, good for you. You clearly didn't do a particularly good job of stopping that from happening, so...
I don't have... Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not
it's all I've got.
Bribe.
Plus what I got paid for the information.
Alright.
I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa.
You do that. Well, let me catch you over here again. Yeah, I'm gonna stop trying to harvest, because... you don't get... It's not Elder Scrolls, so you don't get any skill ups for attempting. And, I'm just going to get so little to nothing from any and all of these that there's really no point in trying. Oh! Got two of them hit. Alright, gotta be careful, watch, and... Alright, he went for a bite, but he missed. Ah, nuts! I thought I might dodge him. That's the nice thing about the movement while you're attacking. Okay, let's see if I... Now! Up too soon. See, somehow that was too soon. Now! There we go, there was the parry. It stops the charge, which gives me a moment to smack him. There we go! And boom! Did any of them drop anything? When they spawn as a group like this, then they tend not to, even though you kill them individually, they tend not to turn lootable until the whole group's been dealt with. Just said I was going to stop trying to grab reagents when I know I'm not going to get anything out of them. Alright, so this is going to be a quick little roundabout dungeon that has some interesting implications that... Mostly it's just going to be a little bit of extra loot, a little bit of extra things to kill, you know, that sort of thing. I'm watching out for those bear traps on the floor. Alright, we're going to get ambushed in this next room. So, nothing to do but trip the trap. And you can see from the mini-map oh no, actually I guess we haven't invested in detect hidden at all, so you don't actually get enemies showing up in the... Oh, wow! We actually managed to get the shield up in time. That's pretty cool. Shield, shield! Oh, just in time. Boom! Alright, we are not doing just a ton, but I mean, we're not taking a ton either. Really use an AoE weapon in this situation. Alright, come on. Let's get going into the two, otherwise they're gonna do that! There we are. We're fine. Nice thing about this electric effect on it, they would stand a little closer. Oh, never mind, now I'm seeing the dot damage. This is garbage. Oh well. Any of them drop anything? Oh, one of them did, looks like. What'd you give me? Alright, well that's a reagent. The other thing about the skills that I'm gonna particularly mention is that, yeah, alchemy, because that's potions, and I mentioned I have that issue with not remembering to use potions, that means that alchemy is not really focused on. Oh, wasn't close enough. There we go. I think I go this way. Yeah. Continuing around to the left up there, I think is the right way. Here we go. So, now we're at a break that isn't actually outside, but it's meant to give the impression that we're looking back outside at that entrance that crashed, altogether. That's the tower again, because over here is the underground entrance that the Tuatha were presumably using. It is hard, so just because I don't want to blow odds are not high that I will lose more than 2 lockpicks on this, but with the lag, I could end up losing 2 or 3. I could get really bad. I don't know, though. We'll see. I'll go very slowly. I'm listening very. Oh, there it is. All right. See, totally lost that pick. So let's go a little bit right and see if sooner than half. Nope. So to the right is the correct direction. Did I go far enough? Nope. A little bit further. Let's see. I don't think I've overshot it yet. It was only hard, not very hard. Come on. Yeah. Only lost 1 knock pick. Nice. Alright, so now... Let's see. What we've got is slightly less powerful than this one, so we'll go ahead and equip that one. So again, really holding out for a greatsword. And, seeing as how we don't need to use this one right now, we'll go ahead and map it to the radial. Let's see. Health on the D-pad is mapped to left, so we'll go ahead and map that to left. And the mana regens to right. Alright, we are approaching our, so you can see how this goes down into the tunnels, but you can't actually go there. It's just meant to imply that. Alright, so we've wound our way back over to where we encountered that kobold. So now, this is the actual way you're supposed to go. Alright, let's get back out of there. So, the bonus effects of... thank goodness that rock blocked for me. The bonus effects of the 3 elements are for shocking. You may have noticed, I think it just did it there. If someone has the electric damage over time on them, they can spread it to their allies. I don't know exactly what the chance is. I think it's a little low, but you can increase that through through skills in the spell tree. We'll just pick that up. Nothing to really equip or anything. I probably could. So, like I said, electric damage over time can spread among enemies, so it's primarily beneficial in AoE situation. Fire. What was fire's bonus effect? So you saw that there? That guy on the right caught the last couple seconds of the dot. If it's not a particular, especially this early in the game, the dot's not going to last long enough. That spread is really going to be inconsequential. But you can see it. That we're getting procs. It's happening. But quick drink that. I thought I'd put the shield up in time. Shield. Okay, so nope. I am just getting destroyed here. There we go. We blocked that finally. Shield up. Roll a little close to him. Bam! Ooh, dodge just in time. Let's try to beat him towards the other one so we can try to... Oh, come on. Why didn't that catch him? Shield up. Oh, and then I just remembered, what was the point of never using the skill that I bought? I've yet to actually use that pommel dash. Wow, really? Yeah, sometimes the answer is just straight up and down the way it started. Really nice thing is, yeah, even on super hard blocks, that's sometimes just the answer. So, sometimes you just get a freebie, man. Looks like that's actually exactly the same as mine. So, don't care. Alright. Unfortunately, I think that actually was also the last of the enemies here. Is that, no, that's actually weaker than the one I currently have. Alright, this one's gonna be average. Whoop! Okay, so we're already very much not in the right spot. Let's try this much. Alright, we're getting further. Whoop! Quite. Well, let's assume I undershot it. Yep, looks like I had undershot it. Is this right about on the money? Yeah! Alright. Well, I mean, that's a helm of any sort. What? Oh! But it's sufficiently enchanted that we can't actually use it. We could if I'd put those 3 into lightning bolt, but instead I put them into a weapon attack skill that I have not even used once yet. So that was clearly the right answer. Alright, try to avoid stepping on that. So, wow, we are another straight up freebie! Handy! Ooh. Alright, so basically the same, they've just got a armor socket, and they're enchanted, so they have a slight increase. So unfortunately, we won't be able to, even though we got that fire resist gem from the corpse up there, I don't believe that you can socket them yourself until like pretty far up the sage crafting skill tree. Which again, unlike alchemy, yeah, blacksmithing and sage crafting, yeah, because you only do those when you're in town in between stuffs. Yeah, no, I plan on going and investing in those, you know, because I don't have to be thinking about that mid-battle in order to use it. Alright, so with that behind us, let's go ahead and engage the final piece of tutorial over here. And a character that will be joining us for the rest of our journey. Intermittently. He'll keep coming and going, but he'll be there effectively the whole rest of the time.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agar.
I mean, that's the only thing back that direction,
Maybe you can help an old
isn't it?
fate weaver, eh?
Depends on, his semi-defined.
Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works.
That's why he was
What a
working
shame.
to circumvent the way the world
dead
works.
by now.
And what makes you think
The cards
that?
told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that.
Can you give me some help?
suppose I
See,
could
we're just
spare a
getting
little help
so
in
much
memory of
benefit
Hughes.
from that
Or
persuasion.
in celebration of his success. Whichever.
Alright. That's okay, though. I was dead, too.
You're the one.
Yep. I'm
And
the
that
only
means
non-gnome to come from that
It all
direction.
makes sense now.
Duh.
The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast.
And I presume you're not going to tell
Prepare
me what
yourself.
any of that means.
They're coming.
TMI. Alright.
Your telling ends here.
Now! Okay, apparently I didn't charge it up all the way. Ah, nuts! Ah, I screwed that up. Alright. Dodge away, block! Okay, no, he wasn't going for a full hit. Alright. Charge up, and it looks like he just killed him anyway. Alright. Well, we'll probably be able to get it off on these fools, because this is what that purple meter in between health and mana is your fate bar, so getting it filled, one way of which is you actually using these attacks and landing them, you can then engage Reckoning Mode! And now, not only are you moving in super speed, okay, well, you know, whatever. And there we go. Alright, so they're all ready. So go up to one of them once you're done. Oh, I'm hitting B, that's why. And now we're gonna do exactly what we did to that big beastie. See, can I get nothing? Nope, I think I only made it up to 75%. Oh well. So you get an EXP bonus for everyone you kill during that too. So, because it increases your capacity for damage and for dodging, it can be useful against individual bosses, but given the EXP boost gets better with more enemies killed,
What?
it's mostly
How?
useful to just use it as often as
are
you
you?
possibly can, honestly.
The threads of fate. I've
So,
seen
that's
them
what I used to
before,
kill them.
but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
by being awesome.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Beg pardon?
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths.
Lovely. Alright, well, let's just get it underway then.
He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
Fine, move.
You're nervous. Relax.
No, I'm impatient.
This is what fate weavers do.
Good guess.
I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
I'm real. You must be.
I am. But still, I've never seen someone whose fate was just missing. Not even when I was drunk as the king of ballads. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not.
Well,
if this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
I wonder if that could play into the overall story that, like I mentioned, after this bit of tutorial, we will be mostly ignoring for a while, until we pick it back up a lot later. So, we can choose from any of these three, because their requirements are only one each. Let me go ahead and do that just to get the new star away from them. So, right now we don't quite have enough to be able to invest in anything higher, certainly not the mixed ones that I'm looking to get into, which will be this one first, which will require 6 and 6. The benefits of it being both that it gives you that elemental resistance, but also that any damage you do take, 25% of it goes into your mana, which should be particularly helpful for our survivability purposes. But right now, melee attack damage and block efficacy probably is better than elemental damage or mana cost reduction, because we're not really using spells very much. So yeah, we're going to stick with Brawler for right now. Alright, so what was the point of any of this?
Or it could mean everything.
Thank you for running the entire gamut there.
You might be a sign of that. Or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings.
Really? You just mentioned you're frequently drunk.
He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east.
And you've apparently mastered talking without moving your mouth.
Any help to the wounded at the tower.
Well, at least it's keeping things moving at a decent pace and not lagging out.
What could this all mean?
I don't know, but could you
still here?
Wait, how much?
Huh?
Yeah.
Can't
no,
quite decide
I want
if you want to hear what the cards say.
You are able to provide the Fate Weaver service, aren't you? Oh,
that's just it. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yolvin.
So are
I'll meet you there.
Unable or unwilling then
the Fate Weavers were once a great unified order,
but the destiny
that power takes it. Now the old traditions are all but lost.
So no, you are not going to provide me the service of resetting my skill points so I can... Yo! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave a comment so I know you want more videos like this. If you want to know when new uploads arrive, subscribe and hit the bell icon to have YouTube send you a notification. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.